For the month of December, get 25% off your first month or your first year of a membership to the Second Wind Patreon. Supporting independent games media means you get more biting games criticism like this.
This video is brought to you by PlayTracker. Stick around at the end to find out more hot stuff. Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries, where for the first half of today's video we've got a brace of slightly surreal games, which are always awkward to review because you never know if anything you complain about was put in there deliberately to make an artistic statement on the nature of being annoyed by things. But anyway, I will indeed eat every moon. Moths navigate via the moon, and secretly it's because they want to eat it.
I like that. I like the idea of moth conspiracy theories.
Fuck you, Our first game is Skate Story, a game about a skater made of glass trying to escape from hell by eating the moon. Well, don't say you weren't warned.
Doesn't seem like the worst.
Those fucking red shards.
Oh, they're shardy. They're shardy.
Okay, let's do some ollies. Hey!
Look at that. What an ollie.
Look at me. Ow! In its story aspect, Skate Story reminds me of an area somewhere between Kentucky Route Zero and Suda51's Killer is Dead, having the vibe more of a tone poem than a structured sequence of challenges, combining stark blacks and moony, distant vibes with an air of cheeky irreverence as our dude continues to skateboard through hell even after numerous disembodied eyeballs tell him that skateboarding through hell isn't allowed. Hey! Tricks hurt the moon.
You killed the moon.
Oh no, the skater split the moon. I hate when they do that.
Oh my god, they're putting you in hell jail.
Oh no.
That's not good. That's worse than Disney jail.
We have a vague overarching premise that we need to descend through each level of hell and eat a moon on each one, but besides that, it's a fairly unpredictable string of surreal environments and set pieces, grudgingly connected by skateboarding gameplay. Rabbits and the Moon. What is this? Mario Odyssey?
Ah!
There's this Japanese culture. You know how we have the man in the moon? In Japan,
sure.
What they see on the moon is a rabbit cooking a stew. Man. I too am a vanishing puff. I was afraid this would be one of those very technical skateboarding games like Skate 2, where you have to memorize a ton of button combinations and fall off your board if you so much as glance at a handrail. Thankfully, that's not really the case here. You hold down a button to go fast and press another button to jump, but it is still difficult enough getting from A to B to feel satisfying. The weird positioning of the camera makes it a little hard to tell what direction your skateboard's pointing in. Hey, I'm skating. Gassy manholes.
Oh no.
I'll show you my gassy manhole.
Oh no. We've been delisted.
Yes, keep saying gassy manhole, it's funnier every time. But you do seem to get used to it after a while. As you proceed through the game, that technical skating game bollocks does start to bleed in a bit as you unlock more tricks. Good fucking luck remembering what button combinations do what tricks. But whenever the challenges or weird boss fight mechanics required me to do tricks, it seemed perfectly happy with me just doing the same trick over and over again. So I guess that works. Well, there's the gift shop.
There's the gift shop.
Hey! What was that?
You hit a curb. Oh no! Oh no!
No, by all means, continue. Don't let me interrupt. It said the shop smells of unwashed books. Who the fuck washes books? In brief, if you're interested in surreal narrative descents through satirical underworlds and your tolerance for skating games hovers somewhere between strongly prefer and don't mind, then I guess I'll say it's worth a look. Our next game is... Sorry, I need to look up the title. Angeline Era, a surreal open-world RPG thing with PS1 style graphics and Final Fantasy VII style character models, in which the most poorly dressed protagonist I've seen in quite a long time navigates a fantasy world to gather the 9 MacGuffins and save the world or something.
Yeah, look at it just spinning in circles.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, now there's 2 of these fuckers? Oh, this is insane.
Oh no, it's 4 fish. I was wrong. 8 fish.
Oh my god, that's impossible.
Oh, when is it gonna end?
Literally, when is this gonna end?
Oh, yeah, they certainly can do 32 fish, and they'll do it right now.
What if this never ends?
Centrally featuring a mechanic reminiscent of the old Ys games, wherein you don't have an attack button, you instead hurt things by barging into them like the subway slammer. I can only assume it's intended as a callback to Ys because it's certainly not implemented for the sake of control economy. I mean, you still have a jump button. Can I feel it? Damn straight. I've got a bike cone up my ass. Holy servant boy, Batman! Little did I know that my adventure was just beginning. The other gimmick is that you're free to explore the world however you want. That's the boast anyway, you do get railroaded a bit early on, by using your examine command to search the overworld, and by doing so find little platforming and combat challenges that play kinda like Zelda 1 dungeons. I see.
What? What? Wow, it's a bug!
I hate them and
Just
I want
murdering
them all to die.
You don't even know them.
All I know is that when I walk into them, my dude smashes them with a sword, and he probably knows more than me. It's an obtuse game, but not in a bad kind of way, more like the way Tunic was obtuse. Part of the challenge is figuring it out, and how exactly the world responds to the extremely limited array of verbs at your disposal. Die, creature I don't understand. The way he's running reminds me of like a romance anime from the 70s. Oh, it's called Dulla and Han. There's two characters called Dulla and Han, and it's a headless knight. That is to say, a Dullahan. It's also kinda hard, but not hard in the modern Dark Souls kind of way. It's more the flavour of difficulty reminiscent of quarter-munching arcade games and retro action games that didn't give you enough save points, and where the graphics and animation aren't detailed enough to have the enemies telegraph their attacks in any kind of immediately intuitive way. Turns out, when your only combat ability hinges on barging right into people, that tends to involve making yourself extremely vulnerable to their attacks.
Just a regular carrot. It's a carrot free from sin.
Ha! You ran your head into stone. That is something that dumb people do. Now you may kiss my tummy. You will notice I have made it easy for you. After all that, there's something oddly compelling about... Sorry, I need to look it up again. Angeline Era. It's the promise of there being so much to explore and discover that gets me. I'm fond of the modern indie practice of taking very old styles of gameplay and using all our fancy memory and disk space to just do really big versions of it. Like a Breakout clone where the objective is to bring down Chichester Cathedral. Hey, this bartender isn't wearing a belly shirt. Now let's go and sleep in your only bed then.
Decent amount of
Well,
food.
he's currently sucking my dick, so I'd assume he's friendly. For our next game, I wanted to check out Terminator 2D No Fate, a rather convincing attempt to create what looks like a retro 2D pixel art arcade game based off the film Terminator 2, that I wanted to check out because I'm old enough to remember playing actual retro 2D pixel art arcade games based on Terminator 2 around the time Terminator 2 came out. They put him in a fucking cage, like he's Princess fucking Peach. That is a massive fucking dog. Hey, you got a license for these hellhounds you've been breeding?
That window had more health than the dog.
It's a little confusing to adapt a movie to video game 30 years after the fact, but I guess it's not like anyone interested in nostalgic media like pixel art 2D action games are going to give much of a shit about current movies, so whatever. Haha, Roombas. I found the T1. This'll teach you for inventing Roombas. We went too far. We thought we'd be safe with just the Roombas. We didn't know what we were doing. Terminator 2D is a side-on shooter in a Contra or Metal Slug sort of area, in which you control various characters from the movie, going through whatever scenes could reasonably be converted into action shootouts, although the plot is going to be completely lost on anyone who hasn't seen the film, since large chunks of it are skipped over through still images in between levels. The way she runs, it looks like she's ashamed of what she's done. She probably got off easy being sent to a mental institution for all this. When do I get to be Arnie on a motorbike? They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't go poopies, and they will not stop until you are dead. Still, there's some interesting ambition here, as the game adds extra scenes that were only implied in the film. Sarah Connor doing the facility raid that ends with her being arrested, John Connor in the future. And then, to our surprise, story choices start coming up that apparently let us divert the plot of the film into new paths. I say apparently, because the game locks them out until you complete the story mode at least once.
Now here's the question, chat. What's better? The first Robocop or the first Terminator?
Why has Skynet put up an American flag? Hello, humans. We appreciate patriotism. We are very fond of Mum's apple pie. We are the supreme pie eaters. Slightly annoying, but what's even more so is that the game goes even harder on evoking the retro arcade thing by having limited lives. Run out of continues and it's game over. No restores, no chapter select. You have to play the whole thing from the start. Man, I'm getting pretty fast. This is getting... Ow. Oh, here it comes. I remember that being more spectacular. But where did he get the sunglasses from? Didn't realise they were prescription. What a dumbass. Now he can barely see. And it suckers you in with some boring easy levels early on. The gloves only come off once you're a ways in. You can play arcade mode, which lets you continue infinitely, but it's story mode you have to play through to unlock the fun stuff, like the cheat menu, which unlocks if you play through one very hard, thus demonstrating that you have no need for cheats.
Yeah.
Classic scene.
It tickles something in my brain.
Boy, they didn't think through the security in this place well, did they? There! I know who that is. Ooh. Oh, man. That cut me no fucking slack at all, did it? by all means pose a challenge, but I don't see the point in deliberately alienating audiences who might prefer something a little easier going. There are certain retro trends I'm of the opinion video games are well rid of, for which there is little nostalgia value, and limited lives are one of them. Feels like the game's trying to munch quarters when I have no quarters to give it. Aside from that, pixel art's nice, call it a C+. And our final game is Tingus Goose. Oh, thank goodness we got away from all those weird surreal games we were looking at in the first half of this video. Now it's just a nice, wholesome, cheerful clicker game in which we learn the many nuances at play in the life cycle of a goose. Congratulations, Mum and Dad. It's a goose. That's what I just said, game. Okay, it's going to catch the babies.
I got some donos to go through.
So naturally a daddy goose emerges from the body of a human, and our job is to grow the neck of the daddy goose until it can stretch high enough to give a lovely kiss to the mummy goose, and until it reaches that height, it continually disgorges the human babies that produce the money with which we pay for our neck upgrades, and we optimise our money collecting potential by clicking on the babies and arranging the nightmarishly Cronenberg secondary gooses growing out of the sides of the main goose's neck to earn a little extra cash for each one the descending babies interact with.
Oh, what the fuck is that? This is just... What is happening?
And I'm getting more money because my babies land on both of my geese that have grown along the shaft of the main goose.
What the fuck was that sentence?
Essentially, it's about constructing as complicated a Rube Goldberg machine as you can manage in order to maximise the amount of money you earn from bouncing newborn babies around. And the machine is made out of malformed geese and various kinds of anus. For some reason, Jay seemed to be getting weirded out by all of this, but then he wouldn't understand. He hasn't had kids. Look how happy everyone is. Everyone's got smiles on their faces. Why don't you think this is a wholesome game? There, we made the geese kiss. We win the game. The geese help the humans. It's like a symbiotic relationship. In all seriousness, any game becomes at least interesting to talk about if it provokes any emotion other than total boredom or indifference, and on that front, Tingus Goose definitively succeeds. The eerie mix of smiling cartoon wholesomeness and fucked up body horror creates a unique vibe.
Oh...
Cute. Well, thanks, Dr. Food.
His face has become an asshole. If this was a suggestion by Marty, I would get it.
As a game, I found its appeal kinda limited. The 2D physics are a wee bit floaty, and after a while my eyes start glazing over as the complexity calls upon more brain than I'm willing to spare for a second screen clicker game. But on the whole, I'm glad I live in a world where the designer of this game was able to explain his vision to the animation team, apparently without being sectioned.
This video is brought to you by Play Tracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, and more. Play Tracker works by connecting to various gaming platforms and combining all your data in one place. It offers a unified cross-platform social experience, advanced game library labeling and sorting, fun challenges and progression system, and stats about games and the types of players who enjoy them. Play Tracker is for all kinds of gamers, like this one.
My top tags across all platforms are dating sim and psychological horror. I'm sure that says nothing about me as a person.
And this one.
Huh, my mate Captain Toe Jam 96 and I have a lot of games in common. We should tackle some challenges together.
And even me! I'm better than all of you. Unite your gaming multiverse with Play Tracker today and join the official Second Wind Guild to unlock exclusive profile decorations by playing games recommended by us, a group of ostensibly professional gamers with allegedly great taste in games. Ooh.
The
It's
goose
grim.
foreskin. Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah, well, apparently Black Ops 7 is tanking. So,
Well, I could have told you that.
a poopy goosey.
Well,
Changing my name to some players.
what will they characterize as an anime girl next, I ask you?
Uzi Coco.
Wasn't they a famous singer in the 20s? Uzi Coco.
Uzi Coco.
Whatever happened to Contra?
Contra Rogue Core happened to it, and now it is dead, and we are happy. We are glad that it is dead, and can only pray it never comes back. I don't think games should ever rank you on the first playthrough. Of course I'm going to perform poorly on my first go. Need to learn patterns and shit.
Captain President with a $5 dono, thank you so much. Who offers worse drawbacks to wish fulfillment? The devil, a genie, or a monkey's paw?
I got so many upward shitting geese. I don't need any more upward shitting geese. Ew.